Dear students, welcome to our science episodes. Today we are going to discuss universe and solar system part 2. In the last session, we talked about the Big Bang theory. Scientists believe that this theory is forming the origin of our universe. Let's discuss today theories about the evolution of the solar system. There are about 20 theories recognizing the scientific idea behind the solar system evolution, and they're still unproved and subject to change. So Laplace in 1796 assumed the nebular assumption. In 1796, Laplace suggested nebular assumption. The French scientist Pierre-Simon Laplace published in 1796 a research called World Order. It included a vision of Laplace about the evolution of the solar system. At that time, it won a great reputation for a century, and it depended on two observations. There is something that looks like clouds or nebula in the space. The second thing is that the space contains many cloudy rings surrounded some planets, such as the rings of Saturn. Here we go. These are the glowing gaseous sphere revolving around itself, and it's called nebula. Then the nebula lost its heat, its size contracted, and its speed increased. Under the effect of centrifugal force, nebula become a flat rotating disk. Then parts got separated and gaseous rings formed, rotating in the same direction. Planets of the solar system got cooled and frozen, and flaming mass in the center formed the Sun. The crossing star theory of Chamberlain and Moulton in 1905. They stated that the solar system was originally a big star, which is the Sun. And then another huge star approached the Sun. This star became attracted to the Sun and resulted in an expansion of the part of the Sun facing it. This expanded part exploded, and a gaseous line was formed from the Sun to the last planet. The gaseous line started to condense due to the attraction forces, and then it cooled, forming the planets. The Sun escaped from the gravity of the star due to the explosion. Then, the modern theory of the world by Fred Hoyle, 1944. He stated that a star glows for a short time to be one of the most shining stars in the sky. After a day or two, its glow disappears gradually to return as it is. The reason for glowing is not known, but it may be due to the explosion of the star as a result of nuclear reactions that occur suddenly and violently. The star bombs huge amounts of gaseous materials. Then its size increases, and accordingly its shining increases as well. When the bombed gases are cooled, its shining returns as it was. Fred Hoyle assumed that a star was rotating near the Sun. A star, as you can see here in the picture, a star was rotating near the Sun, and this star exploded due to a huge nuclear reaction. The force of explosion led to the bumping of the star's nucleus away from the gravity of the sun, which means that the star will escape from the gravity of the sun, and the remaining cloud of gas cooled and contracted, forming planets. As if we can say that the planets are remaining of cloud of gases as a result of star's explosion. Planets are rotating around the sun in fixed orbits due to the force of attraction of the sun. How can we discover space? Or how did scientists discover space? Of course, they used to use a solar telescope. So what is a solar telescope? Astronomers use solar telescopes on Earth or carried into space in order to study the sun. The sunlight is gathered and separated by a spectrometer into a solar spectrum. It shows the different light wavelengths emitted by the sun. This telescope reflects the sun rays downward to a mirror. Look to this picture. You will find here that the sun rays or the sunlight is gathered into this telescope, and then it is separated by a spectrometer, and the telescope reflects the sun rays downward to a mirror in a tunnel under the surface of Earth. A picture of the sun is formed in a monitoring room where astronomers can study the light spectrum. But what is the Hubble telescope? The Hubble telescope was launched in April 1990 in an orbit around the Earth at a height of 500 kilometers. It collects photos for locations and events which took place millions of years ago. And these photos allow astronomers to study the evolution of the universe after the Big Bang theory. Dear students, thank you for watching and see you later in other science episodes.